For the last 25 years, I've been researching the pyramids. My PhD is about the Mayan civilization, where I investigated pyramids in Mexico, Guatemala, Honduras, El Salvador, and Belize. And then I expanded the investigation of the pyramids to Peru, Bolivia, Sudan, Egypt, Canary Islands, Mauritius, Cambodia, Indonesia, China, and other countries. So finally, 10 years ago, in 2005, I discovered the first pyramids on European soil, the Bosnian Pyramids, in the town of Visoko. My classification of the pyramids is the oldest pyramids are at the same time the biggest and the most superior. Those that came later by very concrete Chinese emperors or Egyptian pharaohs or Mayan rulers were simply replica of much bigger pyramids. The bigger pyramids were built by far superior materials, granite, sandstone blocks, and those who came later by the mud bricks or adobe bricks in Peru. Now, what is the purpose of original pyramids? It's not to be a burial site or tomb for a king or pharaoh. The purpose is much more important. Those structures were built to be very powerful energy machines. The location of the pyramids was very carefully chosen, always above energy potent places, underground. Water flows, ley lines, some minerals or metals that generates electromagnetism. So what would the pyramid do? The pyramid would amplify existing natural sources 50 or more times. And then the pyramid would generate the best energy fields for humans or for any other beings. In our case in Bosnia, we measured the Schumann resonance, 7.83 Hz, and 28 kHz, which is the levitation frequency, very good for the spiritual abilities. It improves your immune system. It improves the molecular structure of the water. Water becomes healing water. It vibrates at very high level. It improves the molecular structure of the food. The seeds can grow up to 300% quicker and richer. It clears the air. It affects the agriculture and affects the social organization. When the Russians did experiment with 100 prisoners who were in the pyramids for 4 weeks, their level of violence was reduced to 0%. So the pyramids are actually the most complex energy machines ever. The pyramids are always built above powerful energy lines. Damanhur is built also at the place where several ley lines, several powerful energy lines are located. Also, the pyramids are built above the cavities, above the underground water flows. We have that and we have measured that in the Damanhur. When you have water movement, then electricity is generated. Then when you have materials like quartz crystal, through the piezoelectrical effect, you are getting mechanical energies, ultrasound and infrasound. And if you have cavities, the cavities expands and amplify those energies. This is what we have in Damanhur, and we have measured that and we have proven that. The same thing in Bosnia, the same thing in Egypt, China, Mexico, or Peru. So it was always about the energy. And Falco and the others who studied Damanhur community realized that it's important the location and the choice of the location. And they knew obviously a lot during the time of the Damanhur development, the existence of the cavities, underground water, certain minerals, and of course I have a very deep respect for Damanhur for a reason. When I first came here, I realized that there is a community which is much more than the experiment. It is very successful trial of the community that unfortunately has to live in this world, which is capitalism, profit economy, people going after the money only, living in the totally materialistic world with only materialistic values. Now, with that surroundings, it's not easy to start a community, because obviously you have to communicate with the surrounding areas, with Italy, today with the European Unions, with the money and stuff like that. But all the aspects that are coming into Damanhur, like ecological aspects, construction aspects, spiritual aspects, educational aspects, eco-friendly. I mean, they are telling us that people are trying to make a community which will be different. And the very important is that people stay satisfied, that people stay happy. When you go outside to other places, to other countries, people do their routine work. In most cases, they do even 2 jobs trying to pay for their bills, for their mortgages, for their loans, but always wanting to get a bigger car, a big apartment complex. So their values are really not in line with our spirituality, with the needs that we need to combine spirituality and the physical world, that we need to live in harmony with the nature. So I have a deep respect for those efforts in Damanhur, especially trying to remember, trying to get that knowledge from the past and try to have it, the knowledge about the respect of the planet, the respect for the days when our planet is the strongest energy, like today it's a winter solstice or summer solstice or spring equinox or fall equinox. So understanding the place of our planet in our solar system, in our galaxy, in the universe, so astronomical aspects, the power of the megaliths. Today, for example, we measure that the orgone energy, the life energy, the chi, is the biggest here in Damanhur and the places where the biggest megaliths are. Why? Because there is a direct connection between the megaliths and our planet, our Mother Earth. So all these elements are coming together, and sometimes it's even easier for people who are coming from the outside to find all these benefits and the good points that are applied here in Damanhur.
Thank you for this interview and for everything that you do.
Thank you.